How's it going?
Going all right. How about you?
Good. I never thought I mean, I'm playing on hard mode, am I not? It's like, it's not me that needs credentials, it's all of you. I'm actually waiting to give you credentials until people are here to show how it works. Am I going to log out? Is that a good idea? YOLO. Yeah, because this works pretty well, huh? You can see my screen, right? Oh, no, you can't. Uh, fuck. There we go. This like login with Discord, did you have any issues?
No, it just worked.
No? Cool.
I mean, I get the waiting list now, but it has my
Yeah,
Discord ID. It just logged me in. Yeah, it was not, didn't seem problematic.
cool. All right. You gonna do the intro, Kevin?
Sure. When
Yeah,
people show up.
I guess. Yeah, we gotta wait. Not much feedback. I was like, can anybody test this? And then it was like you. So it's not
Well,
even tested.
you know how it goes.
It's not even tested any of it. And I pushed a significant upgrade to the framework 5 minutes ago.
So actually, I haven't dug in too much. So you had me, you had a clonal repo, which I've got. Do you have a
Yeah.
central server that you're like distributing tokens through or something? Or like, how is this going to work?
This is just like a helper that I built this morning for me to like manage credentials. Just like I'm going to create a ton of apps and then I'm going to delete them after the session.
Got it. So
Because you can't
you're
do that
gonna
program. Well, you can kind of do it programmatically, and I'll show that part.
got it. So this is just a way to streamline distributing tokens to everyone.
Right. This is just me showing off.
But, nothing wrong with that. Uh, and you added people
This is
not
just me
long
like
ago,
taking
right?
like a little solo in front of the audience.
Well, you better say you're available for consulting or something at the end, right?
Potentially. I've actually got like an idea for a business that I think is really interesting. Um, which in a way is what this is about partly.
My wife, the company she works at, brought in some consultancy or whatever to do AI training. It
Mm,
sounds like it was utterly terrible,
mediocre. Yeah.
mediocre. Um, yeah, I asked her to keep me in the loop on the snark uh outlays.
What did they offer? What did they do?
Um, it sounds like very vanilla, like here you can ask the AI for things type stuff.
I mean, that's what I tell people
Yeah,
in
but
my
you actually
training.
show useful techniques. Um, Also, apparently some of the things they reacted poorly to is they were apparently saying all the time, AI is not a tool. It's more like a person than a tool. You can build your own
Oh yeah,
coworker,
no,
kind of. And we're like,
that is a wrong.
it's not only wrong, I feel like it's toxic. Like it's giving people like a very I don't
Yeah,
know.
and also it doesn't work very well.
It doesn't work very well. Yeah.
All right, let me make this pretty. It's funny, the colors on the tablet are like super muted, right? They look like super nice pastel like, and then when you look at the actual pixels that it sends to the display, it's like garish.
Jarring. Yeah.
I mean, this look nice.
Mine is shipped. I'm excited. I don't know when
Nice.
it'll get here, but actually maybe I can find out when it'll get here. Yeah, I'm excited to get one of those.
All right. Well, I'll let you. This is like empty today, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe I'll just hit everybody again. Uh, come on down for another slow no banger. I'll give people another minute or two. If you're in here already and you haven't, Manuel posted a little link that
Oh
you can
yeah,
do.
the link.
I'll post it in the comments here. You can use this. He's like sidestepping the core problem with doing a Discord bot, which is getting tokens. And you can like sign up here and he's gonna get everybody tokens. It also has a little like, here's a tutorial, get you started, clone this repo. We're gonna all vibe code Discord
Yeah,
bots
and I didn't have any alpha testers, so you'll get to like experience all of this. We'll see if it works. Um, and I'll do like a first pass is just like explaining this like sign up UI because it's like I vibed it this morning, just like show how it works, and then maybe if you're curious, I can give you the transcript of how it got built later on. I use like GPT-5.5 low, I think, for most of it. And then the second part is like once you have your credentials, which I'll have to create by semi-hand, you'll be ready to vibe your own bot. So that's going to be exciting too. Make sure you have Go installed if you wanna get ready.
back on the previous topic. Looks like my tablet will get here on Tuesday. So should be good.
Nice.
All right. I don't know if we're gonna get anybody else, so we'll start it for this crowd. So welcome, our weekly AI in action thing. And Manuel has prepped for us a vibe coding adventure. We're all gonna do an adventure together. So he put a little framework together for us to vibe code Discord bots. So should be fun. And you don't need brain capacity, Zach. You've got the AI to
Yeah,
do it. Just
this
just
is
tell
this
the
is about
AI.
the AI.
I think actually what will be fun and interesting, like a challenge with any sort of vibe coding exercise is like, what are you actually trying to do? What do we want these things to do? And so maybe we can like have a little bit of a just like rando chat here about, oh, what about this? What about that? Maybe we could do some fun pieces. I want to see if I can get it to, oh, I just had this thought now, but can I get it to do like ASCII art, choose your own based like adventure game or something like that? Let's see what we can do.
All right. I'm gonna see if people have signed up, right? Because I'm like the admin, so I should have access to my own application. I see K-ball. Like if anybody else wants to sign up, would be a good time to do it. And there's like a sign up link in the chat, I think. I'm gonna put it back on sign up link, https bot dash vibing dot yolo dot scapegoat dot dev. Um, is there a way for me to see the chat? Yeah, there we go. So I don't know who's up for participating anyway. So I'm just gonna start talking about this little app here. I vibed it this morning. I'm going to show you a little bit the steps that I used to vibe it. Is like I wanted to have an application just to hand out and create bot credentials for people because I know it's like annoying when you haven't done it before. I've done it quite a bit lately because I've been building a Discord bot. So the thing I said first is like make a UI for a site where people can sign up for a Discord bot vibe coding session where they each get Discord bot credentials, very simple, clean. I got an image out of it, and then I pasted it into my Pi framework, which built me a simple web application. I used some of my skills, like I this is kind of something I've been doing a lot lately. So it was on Rails. I mean, it's a very simple app. I haven't looked at the code, obviously. I can share the transcripts later on. It's this little app here. It uses SQLite to store the users. This has Discord OAuth for sign up and login. It has like React, Vite, and TypeScript. I use Tailwind, which is something I never did before. It seems to have worked particularly well. Um, and then I use Storybook and like my standard skills. And what it does is it will give you four credentials: client ID, client secret, redirect URL. No, actually, redirect URL. You don't. Oh, forget this. This is for the OAuth. Um, and then I deployed it again with some skills that I have. I deployed it to my Kubernetes cluster. So it was, at the end of the day, a very kind of straightforward approach. I really like this first step. Like it did, I don't know, GPT-5.5 low got the screenshot and it looks like it. So I wonder if it's just the tailwind really helped with that. Um, so anyway, here we are. We have K-Ball has signed up, and I'm going to approve K-Ball. The thing is that I do need the application ID, the bot token. This is the latent space guild ID. It's just a convenience because you can register a bot to multiple things and then a public key to make sure that the messages you got are signed by Discord. And the way I'm going to do it is like I did it before with Playwright. So kind of had the model do it manually. And then I asked it to create a little JavaScript version of it. So this hasn't been run before, so we'll see. Create AI in action dash dash K-ball. Let's see what it does. It should open a Playwright and it should allow me to create the bot, right? It will create the bot for me. I wonder if it's going to use the JavaScript. Any questions so far on how this is working? Curious to see what it's going to do here. Create a new app. It's not using the JavaScript, so I mean, I don't care. It's just going to take a little bit longer. I'm going to set the thinking level to minimal because it doesn't really need it, I think. Like all of these actions, I would have taken like milliseconds in JavaScript. So for the next user, I'm going to try that. Oh, okay. So this is where I come in. All right,
Wait,
continue.
wait, really? You're a human for me? This is going to be our new thing, right? Like rent a human instead of rent an AI?
Yeah, rent a capture human.
And what's the human equivalent of token-based pricing?
Burgers. I don't know. So now it has like all the stuff here. It will reset the bots token. It will, get all of that information. So this is where I really need to do something. Hopefully it will stop for me. And then 683.808. Continue. So now it has gathered all this information, right? Like bot token, application ID, public key, and it will just create something that it puts into my clipboard. So now it's on my clipboard and I can go to approve. I can paste it into the clipboard and then I can approve the user. So Cable, if you go to your profile, you should have been approved. And of course, I'll just like hide this after. I'll just delete all the apps after this.
It appears I am approved. I have a set of info that I can put into here. Now, here's a question, which is, um, should we do this in the AI in Action Discord, or do we have, we probably have a staging Discord somewhere that we
We
should,
should do it in AI in action. Like what can go. So the link that it puts at the bottom, right,
yeah.
is a ready-made link. If you're an admin on Latent Space, you can just click it and install the bot there. It has like fairly conservative permissions. that it requests. Um, and then maybe it's time for you to share your screen and for me to stop, because at this point, maybe it's more interesting to have you discover how this all works and then hopefully get a bot going. So let me stop sharing my screen.
Sure. Let's try it. And other people, if you're joining late and you want to get in on this party, maybe let's post that. I don't know if the chats are still durable for
Yeah, I don't know if
folks.
the chat's persistent, but let
You
me
can post
paste
that
that link
again.
again.
You can sign up. Manuel will be the human on the burger actuated human to get you your Discord token. Um, all right, let's see what's going to be useful for me to share. So I am now over here. Is that visible or is that too small? Let me try.
It's for me, it's fine.
We'll shift it a little bit. So I had already cloned down this repo. I've actually been sort of playing around with ideating the thing that I want to build. So I can show that in a sec. But what I did is I took these credentials that Manuel created for me. I put them in an nvarc. And then he has this link for inviting the bot to the Discord. So I'm gonna try it and see what happens. Um, it says it's opening. Discord is asking me, it's opening the Discord app. Okay, so it is letting me put it in here and can add it to latent space. Okay, cool. So we'll try that. Um, yeah, why not? It can do everything. Um, enter
Yeah, you can do
Discord.
everything that's requested. I think like none of it is like destructive, except maybe write message.
Yeah. Well, and it wants me to do multi-factor auth, of course. So let me see if I have that. Where do I have my Discord multi-factor? Here we go. All
All
right.
right, I did it. This was my showing off. I got someone else to create their Discord tokens and set it up. I mean, we
Yep.
haven't got your bot live yet,
So my bot is
let's not
now
jinx it.
in theory live. I haven't built a bot yet. But so I started, maybe I can talk about what I was doing. So I did a little bit of brainstorming with the agent. Um, and I wanted to do a Discord ASCII choose your own adventure. So w- let's see. I have it build a little reference of like what is the Discord like what's the bot architecture and all of that look like. I had it kind of I think I did a design yeah, the initial brainstorm. So I want this sort of thread-based adventure with some button choices. Um, I want it to use YAML as the sort of definition of what the adventures are, but I want them each scene to be LLM generated, so it's kind of going through. Um,
The YAML is going to be interesting because the so I'll explain the context of the concept of the bot actually before we start,
okay.
because I'm not sure if it will work with the YAML. It could be possible, but we'll see. If you want to let me share my screen,
Yep.
just so that people understand
How
what
do I
the
do that?
you have to
Sorry.
stop sharing yours. It's like a
I
little red
know.
button at the bottom.
There it is. Stop share. Thank you. The red button at the bottom was helpful. While you do that, I'm going to keep working it down towards trying to define what this would look like.
All right. Yeah, we could try the YAML. We'll see if that it is possible in theory. You might have to switch to SQLite. So to the Discord bot, the way it works, like this thing that Kevin is using, it's basically a Go. Whoops. So we're gonna have Discord, like the remote Discord server, right? As in the company Discord API. Um, And then the bot is a Go binary. So this is a Go golems slash Discord bot, the repo that it asks you to create. And this dude does like the low level communication with the Discord API, right? Like it manages the credentials, it manages like the WebSocket connection, all of that low level stuff, right? It has like an API for all the commands. Um, and then inside of this Go binary, there's going to be a little JavaScript sandbox with like an embedded JavaScript interpreter. And this has a very small, very elegant, that's what I prompted the LLM for, API to interact with the low level stuff, right? And then inside of this JS sandbox is going to be the code for your bot, which is written in JavaScript, interpreted by this sandbox. It doesn't need to worry about any of the low level stuff. The only thing it gets is like a nice API for Discord, and you define some callbacks. I'll show you what that looks like. And then you have the option in this JS sandbox, because the only thing it can do per default is like Discord. It doesn't even have console.log. So you can load what's called like native modules into this sandbox. So one of those is, for example, console, right? Just to get like log errors. And then another one here is like called DB, which is just interacting with SQLite databases. So what you can do in the Discord bot, and there's one module for file system. I'm not sure if I enabled it. And there's one for YAML as well, which I added. Like, I'm not sure if it's enabled either. We'll have to, I don't know if it's the moment to experiment with that. And you can enable, disable these native modules. It means like if you don't have the database module, you literally can't write to a database, right? And if you have the database module, you can only write to this one database. The host in Go can do all these like sandbox controls. You could, for example, say like you're not allowed to write to the database on Fridays. And the bot API, so let's go to this repo. And actually, let's maybe go here because this is prettier. So if I go to my profile, I can go to the documentation, the Discord bot tutorial, which is literally in the Discord bot binary. So you can just like tell your coding agent like, hey, just run Discord binary help. And this tells you how to explore the code base. And then this is an example of a minimal bot, right? Like I said, there's like this really small Discord API. So this is this part of the system that I'm going to put it in red, or in green, in red. This little part here is the required Discord. And then required Discord gives you a single function that's called define bot. The bot has like commands and event callbacks and like a configure method if you want. You call configure, you give it like the bot name and a couple of stuff. You define a command that's called ping, and then you have one event handler. So that's all a bot is, and that's obviously very easy for an LLM to generate. So that's like kind of the nice part about this is like I can reload it at runtime, no problem. It takes like 100 tokens to define a bot, and it can't literally do nothing wrong. It can't like even write to logs if I don't want to. And then you can start adding more and more commands. There's like more advanced Discord features. You can do async, you can do UIs, you can do autocomplete, you can like output components that look like this. And the components here, you can see it's like a little bit ugly. So there is actually also a, I don't know if it's defined here. Holy shit, what did it all write here? There's a UI DSL, which I thought it put in here, but I guess I didn't sync back to the sign up part. Any questions so far? Like this is kind of the big deal about this is that this separation between the Go low level part and the JS sandbox allows us to write these very small JavaScript programs that are completely safe, and just run them. And so if I go to the Discord bot, I think here in the tutorial, there's like more information. You can also use this as a Go framework, right? Like if you have an application and you want to have Discord bot functionality, you can just import it as a package. So there is documentation. It's not linked because I haven't figured out how to do it well, but it's under PKG doc tutorials, building and running, and then there's a UI DSL Discord tutorial. So here, you can basically build UIs like this, where you say like, oh, you've got rows and you've got a button, and so that makes it very easy to just have a type safe. When you misuse the right, like instead of having a big hash, here you have something that's like completely controlled by Go, and Go can tell you like, oh no, you can't define fields on rows. You'd have to do X, Y, Z. So you get really good feedback from the coding agent when you run this. It will tell you like, no, you should rather do this, or like look at this documentation, which allows models to iterate pretty well. So that's basically what this is about. It's the code itself for the sandbox boundaries is very simple. It's also very easy to generate because it literally says like, oh, like when the Go calls command, then call the JavaScript command. Like it's usually just a one-to-one wrapping. Um, so I'll do that in a separate talk because this is it's a little bit too much for
Yeah.
here.
So I'll note when
Um,
I just sent my agent doing it, it immediately went off and was like, "Oh, I'm going to do a bunch of stuff in Go," and I'm like, "No, you shouldn't
all
do
right,
that."
show me that because that's indeed interesting. I was like, I had you clone the code base because it's early on. The idea is that you don't clone the code base, right?
Yep.
Um,
Well, so
and
I
maybe that
interrupted
was
it.
already a mistake because
I
I think,
interrupted it and
yeah,
redirected, but here's I'll show you what I've got. And then also where I redirected. So, um, I had it going, and then I saw that it was like, oh, looking at these Go files, and then it's starting to write an adventure
yeah,
model. And I'm like, no, no, no. We don't want to write Go. We want
mhm,
to operate in the JS framework, take a look at our plan, figure out how much can be done in JavaScript and what needs to happen. And so then it looked, and I wanted to incorporate an LLM, and it's like, oh, there is no
okay,
LLM
yeah.
piece in this. Um,
So there actually is, but it's like it's not clear how to enable those just yet.
so that's interesting because, yeah, I told it to go figure out how to do that, essentially, and to just do the LLM piece, and have Go own that and do it. It also said it doesn't have the YAML, so I'll just for now redirect it to SQLite instead of YAML,
Yeah,
uh, since we don't have a YAML um, native
I think it would have worked better if I actually didn't have you clone it. That's funny. But
YAML implementation in the JS, or let's switch to SQLite defined adventure or scenes. So let's see what that look like. So now we're gonna have now interestingly, I don't know actually how that's gonna happen with the LLM coming back, because we don't currently expose. Does this expose tools? How am I doing that? Hmm. All right, SQLite's the game contract. So what's it gonna do? JS is gonna do this. It's gonna see these adventures on startup. LLM returns JSON. JSON's validated, normalized. Okay, like that seems fine. Okay, looks good. Let's try it. Build
so you're
the.
directly going hard mode. You're adding like Go features, right?
Yeah, I mean just the LLM interface right now. Or do you say that there is a way to do the LLM piece without the Go feature? Like
J-
you already
uh,
have
d-
built
d-
it?
I have a JS module for Geppetto, but like go ahead with this. Like
Okay, yeah, I
it's
just
not
wanted a
not the
raw
right
open
time to.
router. Build
Yeah.
the open router adapter first, then the JS app. Keep a diary and commit as you go. There's a question about using Pi. Yeah, so I'm increasingly using Pi. Um, couple different pieces of it. So, and this is coming from jamming with Manuel on stuff. So one, I'm trying to build actually some tooling using Pi as sort of an agent primitive that I can then do a bunch of stuff around, maybe ship things around. And so then I wanted to get my hands dirty in it. But then the other thing I found is GPT-5.5 in the codex harness, which is what I had been using, felt like a regression. It was not working well. It was doing poor things. And then I tried it in Pi and it flies. So something in the way that they are wrapping or prompting around GPT-5.5 in the codex harness is terrible. But 5.5 in Pi is flipping amazing. Like
I
it's
actually
just,
figured out what that was. The
yeah.
Yeah, I found a gist on GitHub where they made some changes to 5.5's instruction set, and it is essentially they've removed a lot of the safeguards and like tried to give it more autonomy. But in the way that they've done that, they reduced the number of times it kind of reviews itself. So it just sort of like decides it is not instructed to like think of a plan and then go do it. It's now instructed to like you learn as you go, like go just do stuff, and it's just a really not great set of prompts. But there's some modifications you can make to, I believe it's model underscore cache.json in Codex. That at least for my last couple of days of testing, it has helped me. But yeah, that's definitely a thing.
I mean, I
Kevin really play on hard mode today because I didn't plan for someone to do that. So I'm curious to see where it goes
we'll
because
see where it goes. So I'm very pragmatic about my harnesses. I want it to be in the CLI because I like that. Whatever works best, I'm going to run with. Um, and Pi seems to be working quite well. So now I'm just like, okay, I don't need Codex. And Pi lets me log into my subscription-based
I think
OpenAI
I
stuff
might be
as well.
heading over to Pi too. Pi really feels like the Neo Vim of coding harnesses to me, basically.
Yes. So I'm still wrapping my head around all the useful like hacking and extensioning, and I haven't had time to really soak that yet. But I am doing it's not just the NeoVim because it's an agent kernel that you can plug in different places, right? So like we have a bunch of stuff that is currently running in an app and doing things, and we've built kind of an agent framework around it. And I'm just looking at like, then this is once again inspired by Manuel, credit to him, but like, can I just make a little kernel around these like Pi processes that I can like throw them in a
I
Docker
mean,
container and they can run anywhere?
courtesy to me, that's like exactly what OpenClaw was, right?
Yeah,
Um,
so it's like, well, it's like OpenClaw, except I want it to be just much more contained. So smaller agent runs, but essentially then package them and run them anywhere. So it's like, oh, this could be running in our prod infrastructure, or this could be running on my machine, or this could be running, you know, I don't know, like maybe we distribute, like there's all sorts of different places. But the nice thing about it is Pi is so minimalistic that you can get this well-functioning agent loop, but like nothing that you don't want. And just then, I'm experimenting now with like a YAML based definition that lets me build a DAG. Some of it's living outside of it, but some of it's like, oh, run this little agent core, give it these skills, give it these things. Here, go, and have it snapshot its input, snapshot its output, and we're done. And so it's kind of I'm treating it not just as okay, this is my coding framework. That's kind of cool, but like this is actually a nice like agent in a box that you can put in all sorts of kinds of boxes.
Yes, I fully support all of these ideas. Good job. Convert more people to Pi.
We'll see.
it's still like building the JavaScript. Like I did the first
Yeah.
commit, which was the open router.
So I added the open
Um,
router and the LLM module, and now it's doing the JavaScript pieces.
yeah,
Uh, so we'll see where it gets to.
it seeds the whole thing, creates the schema. You can press Control O, that way we can see the full code.
Uh,
What's our like setup instruction here if I just clone down the thing?
If you clone down the thing and you say use a Discord bot help, build me a Discord bot, that should work.
All right, well, we'll give it a go.
And did you go through Manuel's like online credentials creator thing?
I
Yeah,
went
I
through
created.
that. Yeah.
So you have your Anvarsi already?
Um, I probably it's is it on the site? Probably. Oh yeah, I have an
Yeah, if you
Ember.
go to your profile, you've got like a set
Oh,
of copy paste.
got it. Cool.
I'm pretty proud of this app. Like it kind of went
Yeah.
nicely. If I have like two people already using like their own credentials, um, that's pretty cool. All right, so it's building all your stuff. It's using the UI DSL, which is nice.
Yeah.
Um, with the LLM, you're really playing on hard mode. Like I hope that this is not going to derail our session because I didn't test
Well,
that, I guess.
we will see. I
Um,
mean, as I said, like the hardest thing of this is like what is
it,
the interesting thing to build? And so I immediately was like, oh, I want to choose your own adventure game. But once you get in
yeah,
that, like it's got to be LLM, otherwise, like boring.
yeah. So GPT-5.5 is good enough because like it uses my wrapper around the sandbox, so it has like all these like interesting little features. But I think GPT-5.5, just from looking at the code of this, will kind of figure it out. It's also pretty good at like looking at the source code of this through the Go tools of the dependencies. Um, all right, so it just ran it once. Invalid module, possibly adventure LLM. So that's the interesting part now, right? It's like even the database module, I'm like not fully sure. You might have, depending on when you clone the Discord bot, I think you might have to pull rebase.
Oh,
I
okay.
think,
Um,
I think
so
I updated it like 2 minutes before before the yeah pull rebase on origin main
okay. Hold on. Let me
git
just do.
rebase origin git fetch origin rebase origin main. I'm not yeah, I don't know if it fetched it. Yeah, I do.
Unfortunately,
All
my
right.
my auth link to invite the bot seems to be hanging on opening Discord at. Has anybody tried actually inviting their bot?
Yeah, you
Uh,
can paste me the link also if you want, and then
I
I'll invite it
didn't.
for
So I
you.
did invite the bot. It when I went, it took me to the web. It waited until I gave it some sort of like yes, go type of thing, but then it took me over to the
Yeah,
Discord.
mine's hanging on the opening Discord app, but that could be on my side.
Yeah, just send me the link and then I'll. Oh, you did.
Yeah.
I'm gonna delete those by the way after the session,
Moderation appreciates you.
because I'm gonna add it to the latent space Discord just so that we all get to benefit from it. All right, select the server, latent space, continue, and you get all the permissions. Oh, and I need my security token. So much security.
Simultaneously bane of all of our existence
All
and
right.
more necessary than ever.
Yikes, your bot has been added. So give it a try. Like, let's see, let's see how far you get. And then maybe once Kevin has his stuff working, or it might need like a little bit more longer, we can switch to your screen.
Okay, so I'm gonna grab an agent, I guess, and then tell it to do stuff. Let's do.
Yikes,
Yeah,
are
or just like
you?
look at the README and it should be going, well, tell it to write a JavaScript bot, not a Go bot. That was one thing
Okay.
that Kevin's went wrong.
Yep, yep. Tell it to stick to the JavaScript. Yikes, what's your daily driver these days? What are you using?
Lately, Codex, just in the desktop app has been my go-to just because I have a few more days left on the $200 OpenAI plan, so I'm trying to use that, but I'm also running Forge and Hermes. But yeah, for whatever reason, I just find myself gravitating to Codex desktop app.
All right. It's right in the diary now. It thinks it's got a prototype for the.
You should set your open router API key, or did you already?
I got that. It's in my .env.
All right, perfect.
Um,
So I guess tell it to run it in Tmux, right?
that's not a bad idea. Or I was just gonna say, how do I run it so I could watch it? But yeah.
Yeah, these days I don't even know how to launch the software. That's like how crazy how crazy I just
Tell
look
me how to
at like
interact with it in
architecture documents.
Discord.
Gonna be slash adventure start. I already saw that. I know the pattern. Missing Discord bot token missing. You might have to tell it
Uh,
to source the dead env-rc.
yeah.
Oh yeah, now it found it.
Oh,
I have a Pi extension for you that just sources env-rc before running the bash
ah,
because otherwise it doesn't. I mean, you can just vibe your own.
I can. But if you've got one,
I don't know if it's good or not.
does it work?
Yeah,
Then it's good. And that's the world we live in these days, right?
yeah. Bearer token is required. Starting plan cache performance demo. What the heck is that?
That's a great question. Oh, it's showing all
Plan
my
cache
tokens.
demo from env-rc. Okay, so it seems to have trouble launching it. That's interesting. I've never seen this like config plan stuff. That might be something it made up in the plan cache.
All right.
Yeah, it has trouble with the env-rc, right? Like that's always like a little bit tricky. Just tell it to source.env-rc in the tmux. I don't know what the plan cache is. Like that might be cool. Like you should share the transcript with me afterwards anyway.
Okay.
We're at $7 already. Wow. Oh, you
Uh,
did some research before, huh?
I did. I did some research and planning. It's okay. This is subscription
Nice. So
subsidized by Friday.
It started. We see that it has the
Okay.
SQLite database. I'm not
Kevin,
sure about the.
I have a feature request, Kevin. At the end of the choose your own adventure, have it give us a summary of the adventure, and then I'm going to make one that you can give adventure summaries to and then get images out of.
Okay, well
Yeah,
I'm gonna share a different screen and I'm gonna share I'm gonna start this adventure and see what happens. So
Lego.
yeah. You might need it. I don't know if the agent by default does the sync on start, but yeah. So it's working, right? Um, at least it got
potentially.
registered. Oh, you might have to switch back and forth. No, there we go.
All right. Let's see what happens.
So it's slow because it's using the LLM, right? You're keeping an eye on the logs. All
Um,
right, cool.
let me do that. Where is it? Tmax, let's
But it works. Oh my God. Someone else did a working Discord bot.
um
Yeah, it's Zach, it's for all the users.
in theory it's multiplayer. Um,
Oh, because you see it as well. Like I should see it too.
oh,
No,
something
I don't
happened.
see
It
your
just went away. Did
no
somebody click
active
something?
adventure session. Yeah, that might be
All right, so now
Zach.
all right, Zach, you broke it. Let's go see what happened. All right, so hold on. Uh,
Kevin, definitely it's a good test case for me because I thought people would start doing like ping pong, hello world, but no, you're going straight for multiplayer LLM backed RPG.
I
Oh
mean,
yeah, baby.
Yeah,
all right,
no,
so let's see.
that's how it's supposed to be.
I, I don't read logs anymore. GPT reads logs for me.
Can be
Uh,
useful to read them at times, also because they're not really good. So tell it to do dash dash log debug and add logging to the bot with console log, because otherwise you won't see too much.
uh,
GPT-5 is pretty pretty terse on the logging side if you don't tell it to. So tell it to start it with dash dash log level debug. Um, and then to use it and to use console.log in the JavaScript. So there's no hot reload, like you'll have to restart the Go for the JavaScript, but I'm planning on doing this. Like I like the yeah, I won't talk too much about this right now. Um,
I do want to stop, and we're debugging now, but like, we're 45 minutes in just jamming. I've looked at no real code, and we have a multiplayer,
yeah,
ish,
let's look at the
LLM
JavaScript.
generated thing. So that's kind of fun. So yes, JavaScript, let's see. Where is that going to be? That's going to
It's
be in
probably going to be under
examples.
examples, Discord bots, yeah.
Yeah. And then I
Adventure.
think it's under adventure. So let's start with what does the index look like? Got a few different things. So here's probably the source of it, right? It picked up an
User
active
ID, yeah.
session. So that's it does have, this adventure belongs to another player or something along those lines, which is kind of interesting. Um, that didn't play nicely with. So um, I actually can come back and tell it like write some tests around the multiplayer experience or
Yeah,
something
also it
along.
shouldn't kill the adventure for the one player if another interacts with it.
Yep.
Like
So
you
right,
didn't break it, Zach. That was just like the way it decided to
multiplayer
work.
experience. The uh having one uh or a different player interact should not first player. Let's see. Yeah, that's what it looks like
That's for everybody,
for
right?
everyone, Zach. Yeah, it's not. That's interesting, actually. So Slack has this concept of ephemerals, which can be different, I think, based on who's looking at them, because ephemerals are not seen. But I don't know that Discord has that.
It
Discord.
has.
Okay, so are the ephemerals distinct per person?
Yeah, the other people don't see it. It like even says below, like you're the only one to see this. And they have like a purple background, I think.
Got it. Um, okay, so I'm getting it to write some tests. It'll probably clean some things up. Um, but
So
this.
the interesting thing for the tests, by the way, right? Like when you look at this JavaScript,
Hmm.
it's very easy to unit test that without Discord, right?
Yep.
Because I can just call the command and I get back like a UI DSL thing and I can say like, yeah, that's what it's supposed to do. So that's another really interesting thing that I haven't fully built yet, but you can basically say like, run some crazy test sessions. You don't even need Discord. You can test like basically all the features of your bot. And the other interesting thing is that you could actually build a Slack backend for this, Kevin.
Hmm.
It hasn't been designed this way by accident. Um,
All right, so let's see what it did. So it broke it into there's LLM.js, which is just essentially wrapping around talking to the provider and parsing. Um, it's got my prompts in different places. All right, that's
yeah,
kind of fun.
GPT-5.5 is a decent prompter.
It's got the engine, which has a session, a scene. We validate our scenes. We have an audit. Oh, that's fun if it fails or if it doesn't. Okay.
I think that's just an audit log.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, but I think it's fun that it just introduced audit logs as it went.
I think that might be hidden in the tutorial somewhere as an example of what you can do.
Got it. Okay, restart it. Here, let's try this again. So, um, adventure start. I'll go back to sharing that.
So I also implemented event emitter as a primitive module, so you could have like streaming input, and I have event streams as well. I love this.
Oh, wait, this one's slick. Oh, we definitely need to listen carefully to the whisper. All right, it needs some sort of loading state of some sort. We
Make a
need,
list in the coding agent as a prompt, and then we can like fire them off all at once after that.
yeah, we need a loading state
You got a
after
spooky
button.
choose your own adventure with sanity meters. I like it. I like
Yeah, this is great. Let's try something else. So what do I get to do? What do we want to try? Let's see, whisper, it's run screaming. Let's see what happens.
All right, but this is working pretty well, huh?
This is
So
okay,
this
so
time it
that's
made a second
interesting.
message, right?
Yeah, so that's two. So when we do try something else, it created a second message. It should behave the same. Replace message. Um, let's force our way forward. No. Yeah, we want to apologize. Sure. Let's see what happens. That replaced. Inventory is now empty. Oh no, inventory was empty. Sure, let's offer to help. I don't know. And then when it asks, we're going to try burning it with fire.
made out of mist. You're doomed, sir.
Yeah, let's see. Burn it with fire. Um,
It's because you
sanity.
ran screaming. If you run screaming, then you're definitely going to get a sanity hit.
Yeah. All right. What happens when I run out of sanity?
Sanity one.
You die. Go crazy.
Negative sanity. Let's see what happens. All caps because that's my prompt crafting right there.
Yeah, he's in character now. He's ready to go.
Um, okay,
Let madness consume you. That's a good way to end.
yep. So let's see if it does it end it. Um,
Ladies and gentlemen, our first Dread live play on stream. Very nice, very nice.
okay, so it needs to end.
Yeah,
Three, it needs to end, allow the LLM to determine when the story is at a logical end. And then somebody was mentioning, yikes, were you suggesting like have it summarize the
Give us a story with like some beats. Although, yeah, it ideally I would just read all of your messages since there wasn't that many. But
yeah,
yeah, a summary.
Kevin. What you can add is like on game finish, add a download of the session. I think I you should have the permission to do that.
um okay on game and add a or create a summary and allow download of the session.
Yeah, something like that.
Cool.
All right, we got pretty far, huh? That's all I wanted to show. This like the bot code, as you can see, is like eminently readable, right? Like it doesn't have any of the complexity of dealing with Discord. On the other hand, the Go code is also pretty fucking trivial. Like if you look at what just came on screen here, it's like there's like nothing special to it really. It just like strips payloads and stuff, right? It like trims the space of the name and then it like creates a Discord go.file and then it returns the files. Like all of the Discord API kind of looks like this. It's just like a long list of trim space, check for nil, As you can see here, normalized payload, normalized channel message edit. Like it's all that over and over and over. Um, so it cleanly separates that part of the complexity of building a Discord bot from like the actual Discord bot, right? And that really helps LLMs do a pretty decent job at it, which is they have like 400 lines of JavaScript to manage. Nothing can ever go wrong because they'll always get like clean data. Um, and that's about it.
Manuel, can you give me like an hour before you scrub the tokens? Because I'm going to like a
Yeah,
hangout break room after this. I want to show it.
sure. I mean, you're an admin, so
Yeah,
you know,
it's all good.
and Yikes is an admin too, so you guys remove your bots whenever you want.
Okay. Cool.
You can give it like even more permissions later on if you want. So
Yeah, maybe I'll keep it around. Why not? I am an admin.
yeah, this can add reactions, it can create threads, it can answer threads, and yeah, there's like a bunch of it can do slash commands, it can do interaction commands, so that's like right clicking on someone or right clicking on a message. Those are pretty nice.
It'd be pretty funny to have like the bot in a Discord where people didn't realize it was there, and it could like interrupt you and be like, "Now you're playing a game." To
Yeah,
like,
So just have it listening for messages and reply if it thinks there's a good game to be had.
yeah,
isn't there like a horror thing where someone's like, "Do you want to play a game?"
The Saw franchise is what you're thinking of, presumably.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, have
That's
this in a
like
branch. Manuel, do you want me to push it up somewhere? I can either push it up on my own or if you
yeah,
want to give me
fork
right.
it and push it up.
Okay.
And I'm actually more interested in the transcript file after that.
Okay. Yeah, I'll send you that.
But yeah, feel free to fork it and push it. Like I think that's you know how it works now. Um, you also know that you can just replace the Discord API with Slack and pretty much maybe not even have to change your bot. That's totally possible. Because they're similar enough as platforms that even the UI DSL might work the same.
Cool.
Right? Because like if you look at the code for this modal, or like all of these little buttons, that's something we haven't looked at. Um, that's yeah, Codex is fairly expensive. Like I'm sure if this was Anthropic, it would have gone really quickly. It also had to read, I think, way more Go than it than I would have imagined it to do. But that's like lessons I'll learn.
Yeah, I
Like
will
the
note
goal,
I'm not actually paying this, right? This is all through my subscription.
yeah. I
I don't
think
know the number. This is probably at list price is how they're computing it, right? So like if
yeah,
you're using a $20 subscription or a $200 subscription or whatever, like you actually get much more out of this than
but
that.
I think it's good to have the API prices shown because it shows you how crazy Anthropic is. Like
Yeah.
Anthropic would be at like $80 now, easy. Um, so yeah,
Does
my goal with
anyone else
this
want
with
to
the
try the
JavaScript,
adventure, by the way, while it's up? Do a new one.
yeah, Zach, I don't know.
I think somebody else is playing right now, it looks like. This adventure belongs to another player. Oh, it remembers. Very
I
nice.
broke it again.
Start your own adventure. Create one. I'm
You
gonna
didn't
delete
break it.
these.
That's like how it's supposed to. So I did adventure start. I don't get any buttons.
Don't get any
That's fun.
buttons. Oh, no, it's just slow. There it is.
Oh, I can't.
Wait, it. Oh, okay. That's weird that it like had this first thing. Oh, it's like the startup message. Okay.
I tried to put
This
in
interaction
multiplayer for the
failed.
adventure mode, but
Yeah, so there's definitely weird shit going on. It's that's the thing I'm actually interested in is like now that you have some JavaScript, how good is the debugging going to go and how do we deal with that? Like all of this is really, really recent, right? Like the Discord bot has gotten like 3 vibe sessions, not more, maybe 2 only. Um, this is not stuff I've played Well, the bots that I built are fairly straightforward bots. They're like knowledge-based bot and stuff like that. So I didn't, this is like way more complex, right? With like sessions and users and LLM calls and all of that. So I'm curious to see how your future work is going to go, Kevin.
We
And so,
describe
yeah,
this
if you
as
can,
work, but it's really play.
yeah, and if you want to send me the transcript, that's going to be really, really useful for me.
Okay. Yep. I'll send that to you.
And like my goal, since we're at time, my goal with all of this JavaScript Discord simplification of like building apps and being pretty opinionated about it, right? Like you can't just like easily pull any random library into it. You've got a database, like that's it. Like you figure out how to use a database to do your stuff. Is that I want to generate these apps with like a 7 billion parameter model within 2,000 tokens. For if you do a knowledge base bot with like custom features and a tiny DSL, that's not going to be very much. It's going to be like 3 SQL selects and like 2 UI DSL outputs to do a really nicely featured bot where you can add like custom little features like categories or whatever. um, that's my goal, is that you can do that for literally 5 minutes of inference on your Intel CPU, for example. And it seems pretty possible. Like here, I can see the first cracks in like how to build the harness around it. But I think with a custom harness, you can get really, really far. Um, Especially because you can unit test the bot in a deterministic manner and like throw all kinds of shit at it to see to find errors like the one from Zach, right? As any questions about this? Thanks, Kevin, by the way, to be like the guinea pig.
I will be your guinea pig anytime. All right. Thank you, everyone. Cheers. Thank you for running this, Manuel. And we'll see you all next week.
Later.